Do you need to know everything? Seriously. So anyway, I'm gonna say hi to my chatters, my inner circle, my incredible super inner circle and super chatters. Hi, John. Hi, Bill. Hi, Faith. Bill, Craig, Bob, Melody, Arthur, Jody, Jerome, James, Melody again, Dustin, Bob, Coach Bob. Hi, Sandy, Craig, Katie. It's great to have you guys on here. So awesome. And we're already there. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's title is a little bit opposite of yesterday's, right? It says, do you need to know everything? Do you really need to know everything? And, we find two groups of people. So yesterday, and I know Craig will post here, but you can look at it, ignorance on fire. See, so what is the opposite of ignorance on fire? It's a constant thinking of I'm not enough, I don't know enough, I don't know everything, I don't know how this works, I don't know how this works, I don't know what to say, I don't know and here's the crazy thing. My mentor shared this with me because I'm just like everybody else. I'm just a normal human. And so when I started asking my mentors, I found out later where he got the information. But he would go, Robert, why do you need to know that stuff? And I'm like, what? And he goes, I don't know that stuff. I don't know that stuff. I was talking to Nelda today, and it's like I said, hey, listen, I thought this was funny. I said to her, I said, did you see the company just came out with meat sticks? Meat sticks. And this is what she said. "Ugh, I'm not interested in meat sticks." And I said, so you don't know anything about them? She goes, no, I don't know a lot about a lot of products in MDC. And I said, you know what the difference is between you and me? Is I'm not interested in knowing the facts about any of the products. I I don't need to be a scientist. What's that saying? I'm not a uh, science doctor. I'm saying it wrong, but it used to be where you don't have to be a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist, right? And so I used to always say you don't have to be a brain surgeon. You don't need to be a brain scientist, because I'm dyslexic. I would always mix it up. And one of the things is people believe they need to know everything about everything. When we all know for a fact that we don't know everything about anything. So here's the funny thing I always love telling people. How many of you have ever been in a relationship? How many of you have actually been married? Did you know everything? It's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. I didn't know everything that it detailed to get married. I didn't know. Do any of you have children? Do you know anyone that has children? Do you have children? Uh, did you know everything before you had children? And now you got to raise the children. Do you know everything? See, there's these things in life. There's these things in life that we just move forward. Listen closely. We move forward and we're okay. We're 100% okay with not knowing all the information. And I'm 61 now. And so it's funny, every year goes by, every month goes by, and I have the need to know less every month, every year. It's like, hey, did you hear about this? No, my wife, in fact, has the best saying ever. I would say to her, I said, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? All this craziness stuff going on. What do you think about this? And she's going, I don't. I don't. And it's like you got this whole group of people that not only feel like they need to know, but they act like they know. Do any of you know what's do you need to know everything? What is the title? know-it-alls. Is there any one of you right now? You could put flames in the chat. Thank you so much, Dustin, for becoming an Inner Circle member. I love and appreciate that. The children will love it. And so all of a sudden, do any of you know a know-it-all? How fun are they? How fun are they to be around? How fun is it to be around a person that knows, that knows something about everything? And no one wants to be around them. It's like, they actually will make up stuff, and that they're making up stuff. But what's that saying? We've heard that saying, right? Is that if you ever, debate or argue with a fool, FOOL, a fool, you're always going to lose because they practice at it every day. So know-it-alls practice every day on just being a person that says they know it all, right? So they know whether or not the company's good. They know whether or not someone can market this product. So people that know it all don't really do well in life. And so the older that I get, the more I don't need to know. And people are like, why don't you need to know that? What about this COVID thing? What about the government? What about, cell phones, having waves, causing brain cancer? And it's like, I don't know that to be true. No. Let me send you this video. No, let me send you. I'm not interested. What do you mean? How can you not be interested and not care? No, I don't know that they know. See, they say they know, but do they really know? Like, where they get their information? What makes them an expert? I used to say this all the time. Can you imagine, every one of you, is that if you were in a court of law, right? And before you say, okay, I got my witness, I got my new witness. Okay, who is it? I want to bring Robert Hollis to witness. I get up there, I'll swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. And I sit down. Do you know what the very first thing that the person does to really get credibility? Robert, if I can first ask you, what makes you an expert? What makes you an expert? I've been doing this for 36 years. I've made over 58 million. I've helped 67 people make over $1 million in commissions. I'm in the Network Marketing Hall of Fame. I've built total groups of over millions. And I've also done over $1 billion in volume. What else? Yeah. Group of people inducted me into the Network Marketing Hall of Fame. Currently, I'm in a company right now where I'm one of the top people in the company. That. So then the other side, say you got the prosecutors, right? And then you got the defense. So whoever called me up, you want to make sure that that person knows they're an expert. And so that's where that phrase came from when I talk about my story, with Roger Penske, where he goes, listen, I want everyone's input. If you have a way to make our teams better and our Indy cars, just let me know. And I was like, I raised my hand. I was scared. I wanted to fit in. I know you guys don't do this personally. All my watchers, they don't do anything wrong. So that's why I always say, do you know of anyone, right? So do you know of anyone that tries to get involved in the conversation and sort of adds what they say, adding their 2 cents, right? They're adding their 2 cents because they want to feel valued. They want to feel like they're a part of the discussion. That was me. I'm new at the company. I'm working around these guys. I wanted to say, hey, listen, I want to prove to you that I know what the hell I'm talking about. And so I raised my hand, and Roger Penske looks at me and he says, Bobby, go ahead. And I said, listen, there's this thing that you actually can put underneath a car. And if you design it right, it actually will cause like a vortex. And the vortex will actually suck the car down on the raceway. So if it sucks it down, what we could do is take more wind resistance out of the spoilers in the front and the back. And that's less drag. Less drag allows the car to go faster. And he goes, "Where did you hear this information? Are cars really using it?" And I was like, "Yeah, Newman Haas. I heard a couple of their crew members talking about it." And he goes, "Were you wearing your shirt, your Penske shirt?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "How do you know they didn't see you and they were just giving you was talking louder, giving wrong information that throw you off track?" Um, I don't know that. And he's like, "Robert, Bobby, how do you know that?" What? How do you know what you just shared with me and the rest of the team? How do you know that to be fact? I don't. I don't. So you heard of something, and then what you did is you just started sharing it with people instead of actually researching to find out if it was true or not. Yeah. And so then he used me. He used me as an example to share with the rest of the team. And he goes, "Robert, don't you know how many employees we have? This is one of 78 companies I have. We have tens of thousands of people. We have sponsorships on each car. And if we do things wrong, we can lose those sponsorships. And if we lose those sponsorships, then we'll have to lay off people that are trying to support their families." And I was like, "Oh my God. I mean, I haven't felt this bad in a long time." And he goes, "Robert, I'm not done." Bobby, by the way, Bobby the mechanic. And he goes, "No," he says, "each one of those drivers, there's a driver. We got Everson Fittipaldi, we got Rick Mears, and we got Danny Sullivan. All of them are fathers and all of them are also husbands, but they're also sons. So you just thought you heard of something that could possibly be true. We implement that on the car, and then the car gets in an accident. And now we left a family fatherless, husbandless, and sonless. Do you know how many people would be impacted if one of these drivers died? And that would in turn make us lose our sponsorships and possibly lose our whole entire teams. And I was going like, man, I really didn't need to feel this bad. I didn't say that. I was just standing there feeling like, oh my God, like gum on a shoe. And then he said, "Robert, listen, from now on, when someone says something, just simply say, 'How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that that's the truth?'" And the subject for this day was, do you need to know everything? See, it was really, really amazing because let me share with you guys what I know for a fact was the key to my success. One is not only having the right mentor at the right time in my life, but secondly, was I thought that I would do this marketing stuff. It was a way to be able to make, $3,800 really quick. I ended up making more, over 10,000. But I really needed to do this because I was in desperation. So I said something to my mentor that I know a lot of people don't say. I said to him, for me to get the results needed to get this $3,800, so I don't become homeless, so I can turn on my electricity, so I don't have the repo man steal my car. No, not steal it, take it legally. It's like, what is the only things I need to know? See, it's like, don't you find that interesting? Because a lot of people want to know everything about everything. They want to know about the comp plan. They want to know about the products. They want to know how many countries we're in. We want we that we get we it's like they never ever have enough information to move forward. And because I thought that this was going to be something I was going to do temporary until I rehabilitated my knee, so I could go back to be a mechanic, even though the doctor said I couldn't. See, I was going to prove them wrong. Is I asked, hey, what are the only things I need to know? The only things that I need to know. And man, he broke them down super fast for me. He said, Robert, if I endorse this $62,000 check over to you, what would you do? And I started telling him what I would do. I would get caught up on my rent. I would get caught up on my car payments. I would turn my electricity back on. And as I said that stuff, he goes, how would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? And I was going, it would make me feel amazing. It would take away so much stress. It would take so much off my back. It would take so much worry. It would be something that I could get excited about, move forward. And he goes, great. That's what you need to do. All you need to know is the information you need to know to be enthusiastic, to be excited. That's what you need to know. And I went, okay, now what? He says, you got the money from me. I made it. I said, yeah, I know. He said, can you tell people my story? Can you tell him that you're working directly with me? Can you tell them that you're being trained and shown how to do this business by someone that makes 62 grand a month? Can you tell them my story? And I said, yeah, awesome. And he goes, then ask them if they would be interested in knowing anyone that needs to make money and then get them to watch my video. You don't need to know about the product, the company, the comp plan. You don't need to know anything. In fact, if people ask you a question, I got a question. What's in the weight loss product? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is there's facts in the website, there's videos, there's also people that have lost a lot of weight and really say a lot of good things, testimonials about the product. Well, what about the compensation plan? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I've seen a bunch of back offices from people that I'm working with, and I see them getting rank advances. And the rank advances actually correlate with the income that they earn. So, like if you see a 5K, that person's generated enough revenue to make about 5K. If someone's a 10K, a 25K, and there's people in this business that are super affiliates. So if they're super affiliates and they do 1 million a month in volume, they're making 1 million a year. So there's 20 people that got a plaque that says 7 figures. Yeah, but I need to know how this works. If you're that kind of person that needs to know, just like Amazon, you can create a free account. And then what you can do is start doing your own due diligence. See, to be honest with you, if I share with you how great the products are, I don't know that knowledge, and I hope you're not mad at me, but I don't want to know that stuff. My goal is not to be the scientist. My goal is not to be the person that's the product presenter. My goal is not to understand the things that I don't need to understand. I don't know why every morning I get up, the sun comes up. And I also don't know why it goes down. Now, there's a lot of people that will tell you they know, but do they know? It's like all I need to know is that it's going to be a new day and I'm going to see another sunset. I'm going to see another sunrise. I'm not going to take that class. I'm going to just focus on things that make me happy and things that make me fulfilled. I don't know how to know everything. I give all kinds of money to uh, Matthew and Angel that actually run the orphanage. I don't know. I don't know how to open an orphanage. I don't know the rules and regulations in the countries that they're in of what you need to do. I don't know how to find the kids. I don't know how to construct the schools that they're in. I don't know how to find the property that they sit on. I don't know all this stuff. Just like when I get a plane, I get a plane ticket, right? I don't know how they do all that stuff. I click on a button. I want to go from here to here. I click on it. It spits back this thing that's on my phone, on my app. I go to the airport. I give her my ID and she looks at this thing and says, your flight's going to be at this time. We go through security. I don't know how the magnet stuff works and all that stuff when the suitcase goes through and it gets scanned. And then I get on a plane. I don't even meet I don't even meet the pilot. I don't even meet, I don't even know. I get on the plane. I sit on a plane. I guess a bunch of other people are sitting on the plane. So I guess they're going the same place I am. I don't know how the plane stays on track. I don't know what the pilot knows. I don't. It's like, what's going on? Well, I just need to know how these products work, and I need to understand a little bit about the shipping, and I don't understand how. Listen, if you have a if you're the person that needs to know everything before you move into action, um, let me ask you a simple question. Sure. Do you know of anyone that really, really needs to make extra money that doesn't need to know this information? Do you? Because if you're constantly believing that you don't have enough information to move forward, if you always believe that you're not enough to move forward, if you never have the information that you need to believe, to have faith, to go into action, if you don't believe that there's people already in an almost 9-year-old company that's done $500 million in sales in 200 countries, if that's not enough evidence for you, if that's not enough evidence for you to move forward, I understand. But I still need you to do me a huge personal favor. Sure. Do you know anyone like me that just doesn't have the need to know? That always seems to be happy-go-lucky, seems to always be successful, always seems to be leading by example, is always giving lots of money to charity, is always helping people get the lifestyle that they only dreamed about. Do you know anyone that is already successful, that has a business? See, a lot of people don't know how to have a successful business. That's why a majority of the people are employees. See, they don't know how to have an Amazon. They don't know how to do a Costco. They don't know how to do a Walmart or a Target, and they don't know how to do an MDC. So all I know is I introduce this to a lot of people and I make a lot of money. If I don't introduce this to people, I don't make any money. And I still don't know why people focus on one product versus the other. I, I just don't need to know. So how many of you guys know people that need to know? That I just need to know. I wonder what groups to plug into. I'm not much in social media. I don't know a lot about tech. I don't know how to connect with people. I don't know where to find people. If you do find people, I don't know what to say. Do you have a script? I don't know anything about that. It's like everything they say out of their mouth is I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And because your mind is hearing that, uh, and you believe that you need to know, and you don't know. See, that's the opposite of ignorance on fire. That's knowledge on ice. The paralysis is procrastination. Procrastination is suicide on the installment plan. How many people do you guys know of that won't move into action because they feel like they need to know? So that's when I can blast people. A lot of people drive around, don't have a clue how their car does it. Something happened to it, they got to call somebody. They don't know how their car works. All of a sudden, they turn the heater on in their house, it gets cold. They turn the air conditioner on, it gets cold. Do they know anything about, well, listen, did you know there's an evaporator, there's a condenser, there's freon in the coils. And so, once you blow fan through, R12, I think it's called R22 now. And people go, stop. What do you mean stop? I don't I don't need to know this stuff about the air conditioner. Can you just get it to work? Oh, sure, sure. I can get it to work. That's what I want. I want to turn the switch on and I want cold air to come out of this vent. But then when they get into business, they won't go into actions because they're scared that people are going to ask them questions instead of just being honest. Hey, I'm working with this guy, Robert Hollis, and he makes millions of dollars a year. How does he do that? I don't know. I don't know. But I'll send you over a video. He'll document in his online banking in his back office with MDC that he's making money. I see it all the time. I think he knows. I think he knows the simple steps, the law of averages, the law of numbers, that if it gets introduced to enough people fast enough, quick enough, that you actually get a payday for you and your family. If other people do that, then you get more paydays. And if more people do that, then they get paydays and you get bigger paydays. So I love and appreciate you. I believe in you. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life and be happy and fulfilled, let me be the first. You can do this. I believe in you. I love and appreciate you. Please do me a favor and share this video with people that have to know everything. You go, hey, I don't know, but Robert did a video on people that need to know everything. I will leave you with one funny one. When people start asking questions depending on the person, by the way, my mentor did this too, because a lot of the questions that I would ask my mentor or questions that other people asked me. See, I wouldn't tell them that I didn't know, but I thought they might get in the business if I could get the answer to their question. They go, listen, I got a question. I'd go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me that question. Well, I want to know exactly how they produce the powder and the protein powder. How do they make it? What's in it? I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to go ask my mentor. So I'd go to my mentor and I'd go, hey, you got a second? Sure. What's up? What's in the protein powder? How do they make that? I don't know. What? How can you make that much money and not know? I don't need to know. So now I got to go back to this guy or this lady and tell them that you don't know? Yeah. And he goes, Robert, do you know what this is? I said, no. He said, it's the circumference of an esophagus of a sperm whale. I go, I don't understand why you said that to me. He goes, "Oh, I'm just playing your game." Well, I'm not playing a game. Well, you believe that people can't do this business unless they know that knowledge. So I asked you if you knew the size of the circumference of a sperm whale's esophagus. What does that have to do with this conversation? Exactly the same thing your question has to do with making a lifestyle of freedom and helping others. Don't need to know. If I were you, I wouldn't take that class. And for a person that believes they need to know before they move forward, this crushes them. I had a guy that reached out to me right before this video. He's like, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. And I don't understand this. I said, do you realize that I'm a independent affiliate just like you? He goes, I don't get it. If you need to know that information, call customer service. I don't need to know. I'm focused on making an impact to as many people as I can, as fast as I can. I'm looking for people that don't want to procrastinate knowledge on ice. I'm looking for people that get jacked out of their mind and can switch into um, ignorance on fire, knowing that if they get the video in front of 70 plus people in the first 30 days, that they're going to get a payday. And with that paydays come ranks. And with that ranks come the duplication of helping other people. So if you're a person that consistently has to know everything and you're not moving forward in life, what if you could change that? Because you can. See, people think that they can't change, but you can change. You can change. Again, love and appreciate you. Do me a huge personal favor and share this video with other people. Today is Friday. Tomorrow, exactly same time. Ask me anything. So we always do that on Saturdays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. So tomorrow, look for the link. It's ask me. It's roberthollis.com/AMA. So see you guys tomorrow. We'll talk to you soon and love and appreciate you. Bye for now.